Imagine you woke up tomorrow and everything reset. No savings, no investments, maybe some debt, just a paycheck, a phone, and the weight of knowing you have to figure this out all over again. What would you actually do first? Not what the textbooks say. Not what your parents told you. Not the advice that sounds right in theory but falls apart the moment real life gets involved. I've thought about this a lot. And today, I'm going to walk you through exactly what I would do, step by step, in order, with no steps skipped, if I had to start my entire financial life over from zero. This is the roadmap I wish someone had handed me years ago. Here's why this matters even if you're not starting from zero. Most financial advice assumes you already have things in order. Save more, invest early, build passive income. Great advice, if you have a foundation to build on. But what if you don't? What if you're living paycheck to paycheck, carrying credit card debt, with zero invested and no idea where to actually begin? That's where this video lives. We're going back to the very beginning. No jargon, no complicated strategies, just the exact sequence of moves, in the right order, that actually work when you're starting from nothing. Ready? Let's go. Step 1. Face the numbers first. The very first thing I would do, before anything else, is sit down and face the numbers. All of them. No hiding. I'd open every account, check every balance, write down every debt, the credit cards, the student loans, the money owed to people, all of it. Then I'd track every dollar I spent for the past 30 days. Not to judge myself, not to feel guilty, just to see clearly what's actually happening. Because here's the truth. Most people are losing money to things they've completely forgotten about. Subscriptions they signed up for and never canceled. Spending habits that feel small in the moment but add up to hundreds of dollars every month, quietly, invisibly. The best personal finance strategies are completely worthless if you can't stick with them, and you can't stick with a plan you can't see. So step 1 is simply this: look. Open the app, read the statement, write the number down. That moment of clarity, uncomfortable as it is the most important financial move you will ever make. Because you cannot fix what you refuse to see. Step 2. Build a small emergency fund first. And this is the order that most people get wrong. Before I invested a single dollar, before I aggressively paid off debt, I would build a small emergency fund. Not a massive one, not 6 months of expenses right away. Just a simple first goal of $500 to $1,000 as quickly as possible. Here's why this step comes before everything else. Without any savings buffer, one unexpected expense, a car repair, a medical bill, a broken phone, sends you straight back to the credit card. And the credit card undoes every bit of progress you've made. You end up in a loop, paying off debt with one hand and creating new debt with the other, going nowhere. An emergency fund is what transforms financial crises into solvable situations rather than disasters. It's not exciting. It doesn't grow your wealth. But it protects everything else you're trying to build. So the first financial goal is simple. $1,000 in a separate account that you do not touch unless something is actually on fire. Get there as fast as possible, then move to step 3. Step 3. Kill high-interest debt aggressively. Attack high-interest debt like it's the enemy, because it is. Credit card debt in 2026 carries average interest rates that are genuinely shocking. Every month you carry a balance. That interest is quietly consuming your income before you ever get to spend it on anything that actually improves your life. High-interest debt can quickly spiral out of control and make it extremely difficult to move forward with your financial goals. The longer you carry balances with high rates, the more you pay in interest, and it traps you in a cycle of debt. So here's what I'd do. I'd list every debt from highest interest rate to lowest. Then I'd put every extra dollar, every skipped dinner out, every canceled subscription, every extra hour of work, toward the top one while paying minimums on everything else. The moment that one is gone, I'd roll everything I was paying on it into the next one. This is called the avalanche method, and it saves you the most money mathematically. This phase is unglamorous. It doesn't feel like building wealth, it feels like running in place. But you are not running in place. You are removing the anchor that's been holding you underwater. And the moment that anchor is gone, everything else accelerates. Step 4. Automate everything before my brain has a chance to spend it. Here's something I know about myself, and probably about you too. If the money sits in my checking account, I will find a reason to spend it. Not because I'm irresponsible, because that's how human brains work. Money that's visible feels available. Money that moves automatically before you ever see it, that money gets saved. So the moment I cleared my high-interest debt, I would set up automatic transfers. A percentage goes to savings on payday, not at the end of the month with whatever's left, but on the day the paycheck hits. Even $25 to $50 a week adds up significantly over time, and the habit of automating is worth more than the specific amount. I'd use a high-yield savings account for my emergency fund, a great option because it offers higher interest rates than a traditional savings account while still keeping your money fully accessible. This step is about removing willpower from the equation entirely. You don't need discipline if the system does the work for you. Set it up once. Let it run. Step 5. Start investing small, but start now. And this is the one that changes the entire trajectory. I would start investing. Even small, even immediately. Not when I had more money. Not when the market felt safer. Not when I understood everything perfectly. Now, with whatever I could manage, even if that was $20 a month. You do not need to pick individual stocks to begin building wealth. The simplest starting point is a Roth IRA or a 401k if your employer offers one, invested in a low-cost index fund. The most important investing principle for beginners is dollar-cost averaging, investing a fixed amount regularly, weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly, regardless of what the market is doing. Here's why starting small still matters enormously. The most powerful variable in investing isn't how much money you put in. It's time. A small amount of money invested consistently in your 20s will outperform a much larger amount invested in your 30s, not because of skill, but because of compound interest doing its quiet, relentless work in the background. The biggest investing mistake isn't picking the wrong stock. It's waiting until you feel ready. You will never feel completely ready. Start anyway. So if I had to start over completely, zero savings, zero investments, maybe some debt, here is exactly what I would do. First, face the numbers with no hiding. Second, build a small emergency fund of $1,000 before anything else. Third, attack high-interest debt aggressively and systematically. Fourth, automate savings so the decision is already made before I can change my mind. And fifth, start investing immediately, small, consistent, and patient. That's it. 5 steps. In that exact order. Not because they're complicated, because they're not. But because the order matters, the consistency matters, and starting matters more than waiting until the moment feels perfect. The best time to start was yesterday. The second best time is right now, today, with whatever you have. If this video gave you a clearer picture of where to start, subscribe, because every week I'm breaking down exactly how to build real wealth from the ground up, step by step, in plain English. No hype, no shortcuts, just what actually works. Your financial story isn't over. It might just be getting started.